Okay, so we are now on the lesson 13, exponential functions, equations, and inequalities. So we have here the lesson outline. So una, exponential functions, pangalawa, exponential equations, and pangatlo, exponential inequalities. Simple lang naman itong lesson 13 na ito. Ang gagawin lang muna natin for this time is to identify kung ano yung itsura ng exponential function, exponential equation, and exponential inequalities. Okay. So we have here the definition of, start muna tayo sa exponential expression. Yan. An exponential expression is an expression of the form a times b raised to x minus c plus d, where b is greater than 0. Ibig sabihin, positive daw yung b natin. Your base must be positive. And hindi dapat daw siya equal sa 1. Okay, so the first one. So, ganun ang exponential expression. Example ng exponential expression, you have here, siguro meron tayong 5 raised to x. This is an exponential expression. And you can also have 2 times 5 raised to x plus 3. This is an exponential expression also. Okay. So, first, to discuss what is this exponential equation. Exponential equation, class, is just an equation involving exponential expressions. So, example natin, 7 raised to 2x minus x squared is just equal to 1 over 34. Equation, kasi may equal sign. And then, isa lang yung variable na nakikita nyo, which is the x. Okay, next is the exponential inequality. Exponential inequality, class, ito lang yung mayroong mga inequality symbols. At the same time, mayroon din tayong makikitang mga exponential expressions. Ano ba yung mga inequality symbols? You can have less than, greater than, less than or equal, or greater than or equal. So just for example, you have 5 raised to 2x minus 5 raised to x plus 1 less than or equal to 0. So this is an example of an exponential inequality. At the same time, class, makakita kayo ng inequality symbol, mayroong exponential expressions, at isa lang dapat yung variable na makita nyo dyan. Kung ang variable natin ay x, x lang dapat. Kung y, y lang dapat. An example, determine whether the given is an exponential function, an exponential equation, an exponential inequality, or none of this. For number 1, f of x equal to 5x squared, none of this yan. Wala kasi siyang exponential expression. Ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng exponential expression? Exponential expression, yung base natin is a constant raised to the exponent, which is a variable. So dito dapat yung 2 yung base, and yung x yung variable, yung exponent. So none of this. For number 2, 2 is greater than or equal to 1/2 raised to x. This is an exponential inequality. Why? Kasi meron tayong inequality symbol, and 1/2 raised to x is an exponential expression. So number 3 naman, number 3, class, is may equal sign tayo dito. So probably isa siyang equation, and isa lang yung dalawa pero yung variable natin. Meron tayong y, meron tayong x. So hindi na siya equation, isa siyang exponential function. Exponential function. Number 4, you have here an exponential expression, and may equal sign, isa lang yung variable. So that is an exponential equation. For number 5, may inequality, isa lang yung variable natin. So that is an exponential inequality. For number 6, y is equal to 0.5 raised to x. Mayroon tayong dalawang variable, yung isa y. So that is an exponential function.